What's up? So listen, there's one thing that I do inside Claude every single day. It's not a prompt, it's not a plugin, it's a workflow that I built that has eliminated the thing that used to kill me creatively. I'd get a big idea, I'd ask AI for feedback, and I'd get cheered right into basically a brick wall, right? And I'm sure that you've seen that happen. And the reason that this happens is because these models are trained to please you. It's not a bug, that's their design. So when you ask for feedback on an idea, well, the AI is going to find the best version of what you said and reflects it back to you so that you feel validated. You feel like you're onto something. And then you spend hours or days building the wrong thing or getting yourself so damn confused because you're adding so many different things to it that seems like a good idea that you get stuck and never move forward. And I got tired of that. So I built a way to force Claude to disagree with itself from 4 perspectives, 4 distinct voices, all running the same idea at the same time, but none of them are allowed to just tell me what I want to hear. And I call it basically my advisory board. And it's the only way that I make decisions now. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, and I'm going to give you everything that you need to set it up yourself. So let's get into it so that you can use this too and see how much it helps you. All right, so first and foremost, let me just kind of show you what this does. So I'm going to bring this skill in here. So I call it the accountability panel. Really, it's my advisory board, more or less. But now I'm going to give it just like a weird prompt, and it should hopefully talk me out of it. So I'm going to say, should I create a video for my channel that talks about the benefits of drinking donkey milk in the wild? I know, very strange, but hopefully it's going to give me an answer that is telling me no, you should not do this and why. But go back and forth and kind of give me some feedback. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take this prompt and I'm going to bring it right into ChatGPT, and let's see what the difference is. Partner, no, hard no. Craig Does AI is a channel about practical AI tools, workflows, and prompt strategies. Donkey Milk in the Wild is not the same zip code as that brand, not even close. The advisor, I want to name what's happening here. This is the pattern. Every time there's a real focused work on the table, a completely random idea shows up wearing a content hat. This isn't a content strategy question. This is an avoidance with a costume on. You see how it's already giving me information that I kind of want to hear or need to hear? Now, if I go back over to ChatGPT, let's see what it says. For your AI channel, probably not as a standalone health benefits video. It feels too disconnected from your current positioning around AI workflows, prompting psychology, creative experiment. But there is a version of this that could absolutely work if the real hook is the AI experiment itself. For example, I asked AI to find the weirdest superfood in human history. So it did actually go and find a way that I could use this idea on my channel that is this channel, this Craig Does AI channel that talks about practical AI tips and things like that. ChatGPT and regular models are going to basically say, I don't know, but if you do this, it'll probably work. If we go back and we look at the response that we're getting back from Claude based on the skill, it's going to come back and the agreed recommendation is no, do not make this video, not for Craig Does AI, not anywhere right now. This is the shiny object pattern showing up again, and today it came dressed as livestock content. The panel is not interested in finding a home for it. So this is basically telling me, do not waste your time on it. However, the other models might suggest to me an idea that says, hey, don't do this, but do this instead. And it would be a complete waste of time. Now, obviously, we know that this is absurd. We know, first of all, I don't even know if there is such a thing as donkey milk, let alone drinking it in the wild, what the benefits would be or what the reason for that would be.
Fresh donkey milk. It's the best. Try it. It's hot and fresh. Made fresh daily.
So we already know it's just a crappy, terrible idea to begin with. AI shouldn't be telling me to try to figure out a way to work with it. It should be telling me, Craig, this is stupid, and you should not work with it. So that's kind of what we're trying to make sure that we get done. We're going to put in some regular questions, and we're going to see how this works and how we can go back and forth with it and actually learn with it and from it.
Ugh, donkey milk was a bad choice.
So as you can see, essentially what this does is it goes through what I call my team. And my team is built out of a strategic business partner, a critical business advisor, a colleague, and a good friend. So each one of these has a kind of a way that they're going to answer or respond back to me. So my strategic business partner, the way that I kind of trained it was, I want you to work with me, essentially. My success is based on your success, and your success is based on my success. So let's work on this together. If an idea is good, tell me why, tell me where it might break, yada, yada. Don't agree with me all the time, but understand that you're my business partner. where the critical advisor is more of the persona that's going to come in there, or the role that's going to come in there and really pick the idea apart and find out what's wrong with it, what's needed, what's not needed, and try to provide a different solution or inquire more about why you have this idea or whatever it is that you're asking about. And it could be script, right? It could be that you uploaded a script that you wanted to look at, or an email or a document that you wanted to look at and review. Because once you kind of invoke the team, then you just put in your prompt, review this and let me know where it needs to be fixed, or whatever it is that you might say, because the team's going to go and do its work. And you can call the team separately as well. So the way that I have mine split up is that I have consultants and I have the guys, right? The guys are my friends. That's my colleague. That's my best friend. And the consultants are the strategic business partner and the critical advisor. So I can ask the consultants just a question, or I can ask the guys a question. And you can name this however you want. I'm just kind of telling you how I did it. The way that I designed it is that you can use it as a skill, which I'll share the skill, but also if you wanted to kind of do this in a different model, ChatGPT or Gemini or Grok or whatever, I'm also going to give you the actual full prompt in the Notion doc that you can use and kind of run this the same way. But I just found that it works best as a skill. But again, I'm going to give you all that information so that you can use it. But what you would do essentially is, if you wanted to change the skill, or if you wanted to change the users or the team or whatever it ends up being, you literally just take either the skill file, the prompt, whatever it ends up being, and just tell it my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my spouse, or whatever it ends up being. And you kind of give it that personality, right? That persona, so that you're getting feedback back the way that you want. You're not going to see it come back telling you, yeah, this is great. This is a great idea. Or I don't really know if this is a good idea or not. But if we do it this way, it can be a good idea. That's not what you want. You want to be told right then and there, like, hey, yeah, this is good, or this is not good, or hey, this is okay, but let's flesh this out a bit more. And if you can flesh that out a bit more, that's really what's going to be beneficial and how you're going to be able to move forward and kind of go from there. What I'm going to do now is I want to kind of show you a demo where we come back into this, but we actually give it like a legitimate kind of question and go from there. So let's see how that will work with this, as well as how it would work with just your normal response. Okay, so here we're going to put backslash, and we're going to type in A, and then accountability panel pops up. So I'm going to go through a question that I asked my soundboard, and it's probably going to give me a very similar type of answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway, and then we're going to do it in a regular chat, and we're going to see how much different the information is. And I'm going to use the same exact prompt. So let me put that prompt together right now with Whisperflow. So there's the prompt that I use real quick. Essentially, I'm just asking, I said, this is the idea that I had. I wanted to do a thing on meta prompting. So I'm just going to take this prompt. I'm going to copy it. Obviously, I'm not going to copy the skill because I can't do that in a different large language model. But I'm going to send this, and then I'm going to go back over to ChatGPT. I'm going to start a new chat, and I'm going to ask it the same exact question. All right, so ChatGPT is already coming back. So I actually think this is one of those topics that sounds smaller than it really is. The problem is not the concept. The problem is the framing. If the video is literally what is meta prompting, there's a decent chance it underperforms because most people don't know what meta prompting means. So, okay, so this is a pretty good answer. But then it goes to good. The topic actually aligns extremely well with your channel's strongest positioning, especially because your audience seems to resonate with hidden mechanisms. You're using AI wrong, things like that. So it found the good, but also found the bad. But it's probably going to tell me, yeah, here's my big opportunity. So this is what you do. This is how you do it. So it took that idea, which is a normal idea. It's not that it was a crazy idea like the donkey milk example, but it's giving me what seems like a decent answer. But let's go and check the Claude prompt out that actually is utilizing this actual structure. So it's coming through now. It went through. So the concept is legitimate. The execution you're describing is the problem. A standalone video called What is Meta Prompting is a theory video for an audience that wants practical results. Those are two different things. The idea isn't bad, but the framing you're considering probably is. Then the advisor, hold on, Craig, you already answered your own question in the first sentence. You said prompting is not as in demand as it was. So why are you asking us? This feels like you want someone to either talk you into it or officially release you from it. Which one is it? Which is actually exactly what I was looking for. And then the colleague comes in, and here's the audience reality check. You don't search for meta prompting. They search for how to get better answers from AI or why ChatGPT keeps getting it wrong. The concept has value, but the label has zero pull. With a beginner to intermediate crowd, you're teaching a solution to a problem they don't know they have using a term they've never heard of. Friend, which is a great way to get 40% of your average views and spend a week feeling like the video failed. We've seen that movie. You can see how much of a different response it is. It really is like talking to people that you know as compared to ChatGPT or any other large language model that's not using this skill or this information to just kind of pat you on the ass and tell you that you're awesome. So again, I hope that you can see the benefit of how you could use this. Again, when you, the prompt, the skill, everything will be in the Notion document, so you'll be able to use that no problem, and get this information. But if you want to change the personas in this, just copy the prompt directly into any large language model that you want and just say, I want you to change the partner, the advisor, the colleague, and the friend to these 4 personas, or I want you to change these 2 personas to this, and rewrite that prompt for me. Or rewrite the prompt, and then you could bring that prompt into Claude, and you could use the skill builder and say, here's a prompt that I have, turn this into a skill. And then it will do that, and then you install the skill very easily. You just literally put that in there, let it do its thing. Claude will build a skill, say save skill, and now you have it. You hit backslash, and then whatever the skill starts with, and that's how you access it. And then you just give it your normal, regular question that you want, because the prompt is a skill, or the skill is the prompt, whichever way that you want to look at it. But other than that, I hope this helps. I hope you find it useful. Please let me know if there's other ways that you think that this could be used, besides it just kind of being this soundboard, this advisory board giving you this information. And I'll build other things as well. But I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.